This is a casual spoiler warning. There may or may not be details let out, so watch at your own risk. Etika, you know the drill.
Oh, man, I gotta just sit down again. This sucks. I hate
down
sitting right now. Yeah, man. We just sat for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in Disney Digital 3D.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure I include the title Disney Digital 3D. And then I'll get copyright struck because I have the word Disney in the title.
We didn't notice this, but it went from 11:30 to 2 a.m.
Yeah, we didn't bother checking the time, which we probably should.
We sat there for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Still a good movie, though.
It really was.
They had a nice balance.
They really did. Like, what was the one we saw that had a really bad balance?
The last one, I think.
Ghost in the Shell? No.
Yeah.
Was it? There was a Power Rangers.
It was Power Rangers.
Yeah, like that didn't mix the comedy and the sort of, lightweight in the action in one, but this did a good job of it.
Yeah. Do we need to describe the plot?
Here, I'll describe it real quick.
Okay.
First they found Star-Lord's dad, right? His legit dad. That was I would say after the first, because how it started, and like a lot of it is, but how it started was they had another sort of musical montage, like in the first one, right? They had the musical montage. You remember that?
Yeah, the intro.
Yeah.
Musical montage.
So you had Groot dancing, the other guys were fighting a
Baby Groot.
Baby Groot, and get back to Groot later. Baby Groot was dancing, and they were fighting big tentacle monster. Japan was all around this one, that sweet-ass tentacle monster. And then they killed the. They had to kill it because some gold people apparently didn't want their people dead. Of which they had like 1 million ships, and they played the fucking.
No. It's not that they didn't want the gold people dead. They just didn't want the monsters stealing their power.
Yeah, but they didn't want to sacrifice their own people.
Oh, yeah, true. Because the one chick was, like, making the perfect
Yeah, she was like, we're all perfect,
people.
and yada yada. But, yeah. So then they had to fight the big tentacle monster, and then the raccoon, what was his name?
Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket. There's like 30 names, and I only remember a couple. But Rocket steals some power supplies from them.
Some batteries.
So yeah, some batteries from them.
That are worth like $250,000.
For like 4 of them, or 2 of them, or 4 of them, something like that. They weren't really worth that much, all in all honesty, but, I guess compared to their currency, but, yeah, and then the guys chase them. The people who are...
You're fogging up?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing that.
And it's cold.
The gold people, right? They figured out that the Rocket stole him, so then when they were when they were flying away, acting all, like we saved the day, then the gold people, they got, not in their ships, they had like robots, and it controlled them basically with a Vive. It was like VR, basically. And then they tried to shoot them down. There was like 1 million ships. And so there was the action of them flying around, dodging.
You're explaining this really slowly. It's a 2-hour movie.
It was good special effects, right? And then eventually a guy kills like 30 of them at once, right? And they're all confused, yada yada. And it turns out that the guy who killed them all was Star-Lord's dad.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter's dad. Who I don't. Did we ever get his name?
Yep.
Okay, we forgot it. Just like who would actually remember exactly is Yondu? And just because. No, Quill was Peter's last name.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the dude's name.
Let's call him Bearded Asshole.
Yeah, sure.
Bearded Asshole.
I'll try and remember his name.
That guy needs to seriously not be on the road. Bearded Asshole ended up, he basically took Peter and a couple other people like Drac and the Green Woman back to his planet. And then some people try and capture Rocket and Groot and all them. It's the gold people. They basically put a bounty on all the Guardians' head. And then the Ravagers, which are basically the rebels. I don't know if they said their name in the first one. It's been a while. They wanted to catch them all, get the bounty. There was a treason.
Gotta catch them all.
Basically, there was a treason, and everyone under Yondu almost everyone ended up dying because they said he was a bad basically a bad raider. And
he was a bad leader because he was getting soft.
Yeah, he was getting soft. So they killed everyone but him, and then Rocket threw him in a cell. Groot got him out. It was a really comical scene. Groot chopped off someone's toe. Not sure how that happened. You remember that, right?
He also took someone's eye.
Yeah, he took someone's eye, took someone's toe. And I don't know how he did it, but he did it. And actually, he said the guy who had the eye, he took it out when he slipped.
Yeah, but he still took some dude's eye.
Yeah, he took some dude's eye, and then, took some dude's eye. And then they got out, and then they all met up in... That's basically the last you see of the actual Raiders until the end. And then Yondu and Rocket and Groot, they all go back to the planet, and ends up it's a trap. And his dad just basically wants to take control of the world, because both... Well, he was. Peter and his dad... Before
were
the
gods.
end, yeah, they were celestial
gods.
Yeah, and so just his dad wanted to basically be the perfect god and all that junk. Is some stupid plot about wanting to rule the world like they all are. And then they ended up killing him, and it was kind of like a Super Saiyan fight. Actually, it's like a Dragon Ball Z fight whenever the two were fighting.
Except there was Pac-Man.
Yeah, they also had Pac-Man references. There was a Zune. There was a couple others too. I don't know. There was a few advertised people in it, but and then basically we get to the end because there's a lot of in between to where you have Peter and his dad fighting and all the other guys trying to get out because they have to basically blow up the planet to beat him because the guy is immortal because he is the planet. And so they end up blowing up the planet. Yondu ends up killing himself to save Peter. And then there's a big funeral, and then there's a bunch of fireworks. Yondu gets cremated and all the... And then... Basically, that's it. I'd say about 3/4 of the movie was all about Peter and his dad. And then rolls credits.
You also forgot to mention after they killed Quill's dad, Quill lost his immortal.
Yeah, Quill just became mortal at that point, so he's no longer celestial.
Even though he had celestial powers in his blood, when his father died, for some reason he lost his celestial powers.
I think it was tied to the planet, but I'm not entirely sure. That's my assumption. That's what I think. I mean, so. I don't know, whatever you want to think. But
well, I don't get that because his father made the planet.
Yeah, neither do I.
Before he even had the planet, he still had the powers.
Yeah, like I said, I don't get it either. But yeah, so the whole he had powers thing doesn't matter anymore. It was a cool thing in the movie, but now it doesn't matter.
He only made a ball with it.
Yeah, he made a ball, and then he flew around, Dragon Ball Z style, turned himself into Pac-Man, and yeah. And so, that's basically it. And then they roll credits, and there's a lot... I think there's more in the credits than there actually is in the movie itself.
Yeah, you gotta watch all the way through the credits, because they got stuff like...
Yeah, it's not...
They got like 3 scenes, and then they have some phrases are changed to I am Groot.
We counted 9 times.
There are 9 I am Groots in the credits.
Yes. Because the way they have it is the extras aren't just at the end, they're actually in between the credits. Which is really weird, because they basically changed scene and credits
the
now
extra
all the way
scenes
in between.
are in the credits.
So,
all along.
The big extra scenes, right? One we gotta talk about first. They have teenage Groot now. It's not baby Groot. It's teenage Groot now.
Stubborn teenage Groot.
Yeah, so now the next one, because there isn't gonna be a third, it was blatantly put out in the extra scene that the gold people are making some dude to now try and again kill the
Guardians. They're making a new way to make their people, or the one gold queen We don't know what the race is called,
Yeah.
but she she found a new way to make her people more powerful and
More perfect, even though
Yeah.
technically you can't get more perfect than perfect, but good luck with that.
well, they weren't really perfect to start with because
Well,
they're pretty
yeah,
weak.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, in their eyes, they were perfect. I think they said, but
They were
Yeah.
perfect until they're not perfect anymore.
basically. And then teenage Groot, and then
There's also a scene where Yondu,
oh
He,
no. Oh good.
when he died,
Rocket
Rocket
Repaired.
took his
Arrow
arrow thing
Yeah,
that he
basically,
controlled.
arrow dart thing.
It broke, so Rocket fixed it, and then Peter gave it to one of
Yeah.
Yondu's followers.
Yeah, basically his most
Pretty much
loyal,
the only follower that survived.
because he didn't want to die and he didn't let him, so he didn't say anything.
His most
but-
loyal follower.
Yeah.
He Peter gave it to him, saying that Yondu would want him to have it.
Yeah.
Yada yada. And in the credits, he was like practicing with it.
Because he had a little head thing too. He put a head thing on.
Yeah, he had the head thing to control
yeah,
it.
but-
And he was practicing with it. He bounced it off the walls a few times, but then he took it up and it flew through the window and stabbed Drax right in the neck.
I know, like it wasn't even like it was like literally in the neck. It was like, yep.
And the dude just straight up ran
He
off.
just ran, even though it's pretty clear once he sees what he put on his head who did it. But
What was the last scene? There was one more. Oh no, that was
yeah,
the
it was,
Queen.
yeah, and then the
Yeah, yeah.
middle one was Teenage Groot.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that's basically the entire movie. It's hard to explain because a lot of it was action. There was a little bit of story peppered in between, but it's hard to explain. It's easier to see because a lot of it is peppered in between action. So, you know, it's kind of like Star Wars to where it's not too easy to explain. By the way, saw something else for Star Wars. It was really dumb. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
They're
another
doing
Star Wars
something. Yeah, I
movie.
don't know. I don't know if it's like I don't know. If
Star
it's like-
Wars: The Last Jedi.
yeah, I'm not sure if that's
We're
like,
not gonna see it.
yeah, I'm not sure if that's like actually
We
like.
might not.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
Who
not-
knows?
Who knows? We do. We did add. What do we add on?
Thor.
Yeah.
Renegade. No.
Thor Ragnarok. It'll-
Yeah, that's the movie we added.
basically she wants to see it because it has Thor versus Hulk. I kind of want to see it for that. But they're gladiators. It's really weird looking.
Yeah. Thor gets his haircut.
Yeah.
But Guardians of the Galaxy, it reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean in a way. Because it's not like it's not like most of the movie is just absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
Then the last like 10 minutes is actual plot.
Yeah. Not to mention
It actually spreads it evenly. It's a nice spread.
it spreads it like a nice thing of butter. That's actually good too because a lot of the Pirates story is put up through. I'd say about half of it is put up through like whenever they're doing like I don't know, ship battles, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But things like that too. So that's a good comparison. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, and then with Guardians, it's the space instead.
Yeah, it's just space, but it's still ships.
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
It's dev. Ocean ship, spaceship.
Yeah. But yeah, that's.
God, it's so empty.
No.
This is what it looks like at 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's at 2:30 actually, almost 2:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost 2:30. We seen this at like 11:30.
We saw this at 11:30 at night. We got out at 2:06.
Yeah. This is something that's like you would actually sit down. You'd be like, okay, everyone, get some we're getting 2 bags of popcorn for this because it is long.
What are we already at ratings now?
Yeah, because it was
Oh.
hard. Yeah, it was hard to summarize. We talked about. Oh, and there is going to be this. I'm thinking we are probably going to see the sequel.
We're gonna see them.
I
want to see them all.
Yeah.
However many they make.
Yeah, I mean,
Because this seems like it can go like Pirates of the Caribbean. It can just keep going
yeah,
nicely.
I actually am curious because I'm not sure when Pirates will actually kind of drop off to being like.
Yeah, like the
I'm
thing
kinda
with like
curious
the
to-
thing with like when it comes to Pirates of the Caribbean and Guardians of the Galaxy, both have really long names.
They both Pirates of the Caribbean, Guardians of the Galaxy. But that
Yeah.
4 words.
Yeah, I know. Wait, hold on. Pirates of the Caribbean, Guardians of the
Oh.
Galaxy. Oh, there's
Conspiracy! And also, we have Guardians in Disney 3D. Oh, Pirates is owned by Disney. Put shit together, it's awesome.
This ain't gonna be some Illuminati stuff right here, alright?
No, this is a Disney plot right here. Disney is plotting its takeover right now. It's putting it in action.
But like I was saying, when it comes to like Pirates and Guardians, there's no really like ending I really see unless it's like, well, with Pirates if Captain Jack Sparrow dies, or with Guardians of the Galaxy if Peter dies.
Basically, if the only way it can end is if the main character dies. Sorry, the main character.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I hope it keeps going.
What? Oh, the conspiracy or the movies?
Both.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably will.
Also, they have volumes too. It's not
Yeah, because
like it's not movie 2. It's volume 2.
Yeah, because I know it said it was based off a comic. I assume that might have been like the second season or some joke.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, and because it's nerd cred too.
Nerds.
Because clearly it needs the nerd cred. Because being at Marvel isn't enough.
Alright, ratings.
Yeah.
I
First,
think I'm gonna give this one an A. A plus. I think this deserves it.
You're giving it a top spot.
Yeah.
You're giving it a top spot.
A plus. I think it deserves it.
I'm giving it an A minus.
Why is that?
Because of one thing.
What?
Well, two things. One, slightly annoyed because I don't know what the hell they have planned. And I don't know, Pirates is the same way to where I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where it's going to end, so it's just slightly annoying. This road's very bumpy.
Yeah.
And two, it's like a lot of things, I feel like with Pirates of the Caribbean, right? There's very little romance. It's in the background, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Guardians tried to push it a little too much forward. Like, I know it had something to do with the plot a little bit, but very slightly, but I feel like they pushed it forward a little bit.
Well, you also gotta think, like with Guardians, it did have a few scenes when it had just romance focused, but Pirates does that too.
I know.
They got scenes where it's romance focused.
I'd have that. That's what I mean. I'd have that problem too. Like the last one at World's End. Sorry, the third one at World's End, to where they had like the whole Barbossa do the thing on the boat.
Yeah.
That would be a point less too. Like it's the same idea to where I don't think either of them put it in the right way. Like they could have, they were close, but they just missed it by a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That doesn't really disturb me though.
Yeah, I mean I can imagine.
I'm fine with it still.
But yeah, those are my reasons for not giving it, top.
Okay. Hey, you want to say what we're doing next? Because last time we did this, I don't think we actually went and saw the movie.
No, but guaranteed the next one is
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates 5. What the fuck was it called? Dead Men.
Enter name here.
Yeah, I'll have to get it. I'll put
Yeah,
something
we'll
up.
just have to put
I know
it.
for the one before we did Ghost in the Shell, I did one for that too. But yeah, I'll put it in there.
May 26th.
Yes.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Technically,
5.
Technically, though, we're gonna see it May 27th.
You were going to see it May 27th because May 26th is a Friday.
Yeah, and I work because I'm an adult and it sucks.
Yeah, I'll probably work too,
Yeah,
actually.
that's true. You'll actually be an adult here.
I got a
too.
job.
Yeah, you got a job. You afford your own stuff. It's great. Okay.